Let's do it. Also, okay, I'm gonna start. Because we're just talking about it. How do you guys actually like promotional work and giving interviews? Is it something you have to do, or is it actually like a necessary evil?
Do we need to hold this, or will it
No,
pick
no,
it
no,
up?
no. That's fine.
Okay.
It just lies there. It's fine.
If it lies there, I'm happy.
No, yeah, no.
No, I'm just saying, this, if that's my one criteria. If it lies there. I don't really ask for that much else.
It's
It's simple,
Fine, I
simple
think-
things I like.
You're a simple guy.
I'm a simple guy. If it
Simpleton.
just lies there and doesn't mess with me, I'm happy being a simpleton.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing too painful about being asked questions that have nothing to do with the law or where you were last night or anything about that. So, what's your question?
So it doesn't bother you at all giving interviews, because I once read in one that actually it's like promotional work, kind of not so much fun for you guys.
It's fine. I mean, sometimes it can get a little awkward. I'm not always super quick my thinking and trying to express myself verbally. So that's that's my own challenge that I have to overcome. But other than that, it's really fine. Blah blah blah.
Before you guys were called Black Row Motorcycle Club, you were called the Elements, but that name was already taken. How did you find out about that name when it being taken?
There was like 7 other bands called the Elements that we ended up hearing about, and it just continued to get more less and less original sounding. When that many other bands are the same, but so we wanted something that no one else had, and we found it. I was really surprised though. I thought, because we didn't even know what we were stealing when we first got BRMC, because we just we saw it. We didn't really know the film. We were watching it late at night, and we just saw BRMC on the back of Marlon Brando's jacket in the movie The Wild One, and we thought it looked cool, and we had to buy the movie to find out what it meant, because they only say it once in the whole film. And when we actually heard, we thought it was ridiculous, because it just didn't really fit. Especially in the beginning, we had a very like psychedelic kind of wall of guitars. We didn't really write songs like, Born to Be Wild type things, which, you might think would go along with a band name like that, or a death metal band. But we liked the contrast. We liked that whenever we told people, they cocked their head and didn't really know what to make of it, if they could even remember it the next day. So I liked that. Just messing with people is always more fun than just being normal.
When you were first signed to Virgin, they guaranteed you absolutely freedom when it comes to the creativity of your album or your music. Was it really like that, or did you have some problems working with it?
They told us that we had creative control of our record and to produce. They had told us we had creative control, but it was the more and more we recorded and the further we got from the day we signed, the more it just felt like a word that was in a subcontext of a contract that was hidden away and filed somewhere in a building that we weren't even in anymore. So it didn't feel like they started treating us like that after a while, and we ended up having to remind them and pull it up and show them, because they just kind of thought we were a young band and they could kind of, weasel their way into manipulating the way we thought. So we held our ground, and we had freedom, but sometimes freedom is simply the, they'll load the gun that they'll hand you to shoot yourself in the foot. But we got really good at shooting in between our toes. We got real good aim at that, so we never blew the whole foot off. And we made it through all of our records and versions, self-produced, and sounded the way we meant it in the RCA. So yeah, we've been really fortunate. But you need more than just what's in your contract. You have to stand up for yourself too. So word to the wise.
One of the songs I think was even signed on 2 records. Is the situation now with the record companies?
What was the question? The first part?
No, that Hell, for example, was signed to 2 record companies. Where do you stand now?
Well, sometimes they'll split in a label. They'll split it up between the U.S. Label will partner with a different label overseas, and for Howl we were on RCA in the States and Echo in Europe, and I think Echo ended up going bankrupt thanks to us, and then RCA RCA just decided to put all their money into Christina Aguilera and pop groups and not really rock and roll, because anyone in their right mind wouldn't put their money into rock and roll. So that's just big business though, and it wasn't really a place for us. So this time we have our own independent label which we're starting ourselves called Abstract Dragon, and we partner with Vagrant Records in the States and Co-op over here. Really exciting, sexy stuff. I could tell you more if you want to know more.
How important is style and image for your band?
I haven't changed my clothes in about a month. That's how important it is.
But she still looks good.
Yeah, just don't smell very good.
It does tend to come down to black's a lot easier to wash on the road.
And it doesn't show dirt.
And it doesn't show how filthy you really are deep down. So, I don't know. Whatever image that's left after that. And when it's raining outside, it's good to wear a hood.
Pretty cool.
But we're praying for no rain today, because we're playing outside.
What do you think of music being a marketing instrument, like being used for commercials or even for cell phone ringtones? And would you ever like to hear one of your songs like on a car advert, or would you say absolute no-go?
It's like an elevator in your pocket. I mean, it's elevator music to answer your phone to. I don't know how inspiring that is to be a part of. It's amazing they can make an elevator that small. But
people are gonna do it anyway, whether or not we want to be a part of it. It's still gonna get turned into ringtones and blah blah. So that's just the way it is. It's fine.
Yeah, no one's ever asked us to be a part of the ringtone revolution. Still waiting on that call.
The ringtone revolution.
It's true.
Yeah, that's some fucking revolution.
Well, everyone's got a cell phone, so.
Yeah. Mine's on silent all the
If
time.
we were all connected, what a world it would be.
Okay, so last question. I mean, fed up with all the fame?
We're not that famous.
I'm definitely not that famous.
She's extraordinarily not that famous, and I'm barely even famous enough to
barely holding on to your fame.
to have people hang out with me. Yeah, I don't know. It's all a pretty funny world. like when people recognize you and they don't even know who you are. That's always pretty funny, or they know you through a ringtone. But I guess we've always tried to just be ourselves with people like that come to our shows. So if we're pretty easy to get a hold of and talk to if you got something to say. We don't really hide ourselves away that much, and our fans are pretty respectful, so they let us kind of be extra human, extra flawed. I think they like that about us. So that was the last question, wasn't it?
So we think.
I think they do. They like us until they don't like us no more. We haven't got there yet.
Okay, well, the last thing I just...
Oh,
I'm sorry.
that's
I'll
all
do
right.
it short. It's just more
No,
to...
that's okay.
Okay. You're currently on tour with Peter Bedavity. How do you select any remaining songs for the playlist you're going to perform on a gig?
I don't know, what song do you want to hear? That's
Does
usually
that
if
have
someone has an idea. Well, a lot of kids travel from like show to show. So if they're screaming a song out night after night, or if they track us down, they'll usually ask for what they want to hear. We try to play a little bit for everybody, a little bit from each record. Yeah, there's always one person. There's always one cat that didn't get what he wanted. So.
Angry cat.
Yeah, we try and keep our ears open, but not that much. You can't make everybody happy.
Are there songs you have to play in order not to disappoint your fans because they expect you to play certain songs?
A lot of songs come down to tunings, guitars, length of songs, and certain sections where we're screaming or not. Our voices go out, so you can't put too many screamers in a row. There's a couple of rules we have. Yeah, we have almost every song's in a different tuning, so it takes us, I don't know, we have to juggle things a certain way. We can't do whatever we want whenever we want, so we're tied down to some things like that. But I don't know, but not to make it all so sterile. There should be like a certain arch, and to take people as high as we can go on this tour is kind of the hopes, is like to rev it up with the most intense breakneck rock and roll, and then stop on a dime and take people from the highest peak to the lowest valley, or the words feel really intimate and the song's really sparse, and we do that a couple times on this tour. It's really difficult to perform, but it's a really good challenge for us as musicians to just slam on the brakes at 100 miles per hour and see what happens.
Yeah, it's difficult to shift gears like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah.
This is the first time you're on a tour with a female band member. Did you change your behavior in any kind of way?
I keep them on a very tight leash. There's no bad boy behavior allowed anymore.
Anymore? Well, what
I'm
is
only
it for?
joking. I don't think they've changed any sort of behavior in any way. They can do. Everyone, I mean, in all honesty, like, girls have just as much potential to act like crazy degenerates just as well as men. So,
Yeah, I'll second that one.
yeah.
Well, let's go on with that. There's not that people, every single question, I mean every single interview asks that question, and I have yet to come up with an interesting answer, because there's not a big difference that I've seen yet.
Oh, there was the purse thing that Peter brought up. I get to carry his Red Bull in my purse, but that might be about it.
I haven't cashed in on that one yet.
No.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about taking a break, a time out? I mean, you, after releasing almost every 2 years a new album, non-stop on tour.
Yeah, we're coming up on we're coming up on 1,000 shows this year. We're at like 940 something right now, but this is where we want to be, making music. We're trying to get it as far into the world as we can, as far east as we can get. So there's I don't know. We're not complaining, but it's good to take a break sometimes, and I think we're gonna try and go home for a month and keep songs coming and keep recording things and go out for a little while, and probably not at the insane pace that it used to be. Just a little less insane would be nice.
But 1 month is quite less.
Yeah. Well, and then
Okay, last question. Looking back on 12 years of your career or rock and roll business, is there anything about your career you would like to change if you could?
Well, you can't change anything anyway,
No.
so what's the point of starting to like reconstruct your past in your head? I mean, you learn from your mistakes so you don't make them again and again and again, but... Sorry, that was really a question for you.
No, that's very, we've made lots of mistakes, but I think we're learning, I think we're learning how to not make them twice. Like putting out our own music on our own label is kind of self-empowering, and I think we know what we're doing. At least we tell ourselves we do. We know what we're doing. There's stupid stuff about being a young kid on the road that you learn that it's not all that not all that cool or beneficial to anyone else. So I think it always comes down to like just being more who you are to the people around you, and not trying to be something else. And in this business or career or whatever you want to call it, the music comes first. So as long as you keep that as like, you won't make no mistakes. It's pretty much a perfect formula.
Okay.
It's
Thank you very much.
honest.
Thank you.
Thanks.